God, Amen. It's always a pleasure, always nice to talk to you guys. How are you doing today? Yeah? I miss talking to you. We should make more opportunities for me to... good idea. Yes, good idea. Halas. So how are you doing today? Everything is going well? Very good. You know the reason why we're here, right? Yeah. We want to talk, be careful, Matthew. We want to talk about Halloween. I know there is a lot of pressure at school and from the media and everywhere around you, even your neighbors and the street that you're living in. Everywhere you go, you see signs of celebrating Halloween. But we Christians, we don't just go with the flow. I know probably some of you heard my story about the little fish and the big log of wood. Did you hear it before? No? Never heard the story of the big log of wood and the little fish? All right. If you are standing by a river bank, if there is a river and you're standing right there, and you have a little live fish in the bowl, and you carefully put the fish in the river, what happens? Where would the fish go? Yes. Will it go downstream? Do you all agree? Yes? Goes where? Will go with the flow? What do you think? Yes? No, it will not float. It's not a dead fish. It's a live fish. So it will swim. It will swim. In which direction it will swim? Downstream? Fish will always swim downstream? Think so? No. You know what will happen? The fish will actually swim in any direction the fish wants to swim. She will try to find food, and if the food is upstream, will swim upstream. Downstream will swim downstream. Across the river will swim across the river. Did you ever see a river where the fish will just swim everywhere? Yes, they always swim everywhere. They don't care about where the current is going or where the flow of the river is going. They will always look for food and swim towards food in any direction because they are alive and they can choose where to swim. But if you put some, like a log of wood, and you put it on the water, there's only one direction that this log of wood will float. Which direction? With the flow, downstream. Why? Because it's a dead log of wood. Cannot choose where to go. Will always flow with the current. Will always go with the stream. Cannot say, no, I'm not going to go into this direction because, you know, this direction is not good. If downstream there is danger, there is a dam, like any obstacle, there's anything, cannot avoid it. The log of wood will just go downstream and will hit that water dam or will hit that obstacle. Doesn't have a choice because it's a dead log of wood, as opposed to the live fish. We Christians are not dead. We are alive because our Christ is alive. Our Christ is alive. So we are not dead. And because we are not dead, we make our choices in life. And we decide on which direction we go. Exactly like that little fish. We decide where to swim. We decide which direction we go because we are living being and we have an opinion and we have thoughts and we have beliefs and we have mind to think with. We are not dead logs. We are alive. Halloween, you can see it everywhere. If we just celebrate Halloween with no understanding on what we are doing, we will be exactly similar to this log of wood. We'll just go with the flow. Everybody's celebrating it, we celebrate it as well. No problem. Everybody's doing it. Why not me? And that's not good, because that is a sign that I am a dead log of wood, that I'm not a living person. I'm not alive like this little fish. So think about it. Do you want to be a dead log of wood or a live fish? Which one do you prefer, to be alive or to be dead? Alive, of course, right? Okay, so we decided to be alive. So let's make our own decision now. And let's put aside what everybody else is doing, because we don't really care about what everybody else is doing. Whether it's right or wrong, we'll have to find out ourselves. If it's right, we'll do it. If it's wrong, we'll not do it. And that's our decision that we make. So when we celebrate because it's a decision that we made. It's not because everybody else is doing it. And if we decide not to celebrate it, it's a decision that we make. It's not because everybody else is doing it or not doing it. Okay. Let's ask about Halloween. Let's know a little bit about Halloween. What's Halloween is all about? Do you guys know? Yes. So, what? Sorry? It's about dead spirits. Okay. Yes? It's about what? Celebration for the devils. Yes? Is what? It's about candy. Yes. Okay. What else? About people going from house to house, door to door to collect candies. Yes. It's about resurrection of the devils from the dead. Yes. Yes. It's about everything negative. Mm-hmm. It's about getting, okay. Uh-huh, yes? As people think that they get protected from the bad spirits. Actually, that's the origin of it. Yes. People in the old days, even before the time of Christianity, used to celebrate it. Because at that time, they were pagans. You know, the word pagans means people who worship idols. Okay? And they believed in evil spirits and haunted houses and all of this. That was reality to them. So at certain point of time, they get together and they imagine or they think that evil spirits will come out from tombs and they will go door to door to haunt houses or to haunt people or to hurt people or to play tricks on people. So people would, to prevent getting hurt from the evil spirits, they will have to give them something. So that's where the word trick or treat came from. Trick means I'll play a trick on you. Treat means you give me a treat. So what they were thinking is the evil spirit will come to their house and will play a trick on them to hurt them. So for them to protect them from getting hurt from the evil spirit, they will give the evil spirit a treat. They'll give something, right? And many people at that time used to pretend that they are evil spirit, to rob people, to steal from people. So they will wear costumes looking evil, looking, you know, as if they just rose from the dead. That's where the costumes idea came from. They will wear like costumes of evil spirits or witches or dead people or skeletons or whatever, and they would go and knock on the door, and people at that time were very simple in mind. When they open the door, they freak out. They think that it's an evil spirit. They think it's a dead just rose from the dead. And they will tell them trick or treat. What does it mean? Trick or treat? Yes? Yes? Yeah, you. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. No, Habibi, go ahead. Say it. Say it. You give me a treat or I will play a trick on you. So of course people will be so scared and will give them anything. And of course they would be laughing at them because they're not ghosts anymore. They're not evil spirits. They're not people who just rose from dead. They just had costumes in them. So we'll just go steal from people. Take all the treats, and the old days treats were different than today. They will take corn, they will take oil, they will take a flour, they will take bread, they will take food, they will take anything, not just little candies, right? So, and they will go around the town to rob people off and to steal from them. And that, of course, was a really bad thing to happen. But unfortunately, with time, the idea is still in the mind of people, but they change it to be sort of a kind of fun thing. The devil was not away from this whole scenario. The devil always liked people to get scared, always liked people to think of evil thing rather than good thing. So the devil started to come into the mind of many people to make the celebration even better and bigger. Better for the devil, of course. So he started to force people, or like in the old days, even before Christianity, to force people or to make people do bad things by sacrificing sacrifices to the devil. So they will bring some of those things that they collected from houses and get into a big square or a big open area and make a huge big fire and started to sacrifice some of what they collected from houses as a sacrifice for the devil, or sacrifices for the evil spirits so it doesn't hurt the town or the city. So people will get a lot of sacrifices and burn it. And things even got even worse and worse. That they will get even animals and burn them alive. And things even got worse and worse that I'm not going to even tell you how it became really, really bad. But it became really scary and really bad. And who's laughing in all of this? The devil is laughing that he made people like you and me think this way. So the devil was laughing and thinking that, you know, he played a trick on all people who celebrate Halloween. So when you think about it, the whole story of Halloween is a bad story. There is no good in it. There's nothing good in it at all. The only thing that I know some kids enjoy is the idea of wearing costumes and the idea of collecting candies. But let's face it, costumes and candies are not good enough for us to celebrate something that's related to the devil, because we belong to Jesus Christ. We don't belong to the devil. And because we don't belong to the devil, we shouldn't celebrate anything that's related to him. We have victory over the devil. How come we celebrate something related to him? It's not good at all. When it comes to costumes, no problem. You can wear costumes any time during the year. Next time when you celebrate your birthday, get some nice costumes and wear them and let your friend wear them. That's fine. That's not a problem. But like, you know, when you celebrate your birthday or when you celebrate anything, but not at the time of Halloween. And when it comes to candy, I don't think any of you, I don't think at all that any of you needs any of those cheap candy that you collect from houses. First of all, they're very cheap quality. Second, they're not even healthy for you. Third, you have more candy at home than what you can collect from any house around. And if you want candy, you can always ask your parents for more candy, and I assure you they'll be very, very happy to give you more candy in a better quality than the dollar store candy that you collect from houses. So the whole process is meaningless, doesn't mean anything, but we celebrate something that's related to the devil for nothing. For what? Wearing costumes and having candy? We can have this without celebrating Halloween. Yes, Habibi, go ahead. Yes. You have a question, right? Yeah, go ahead. What happened? I can't hear you. What happened? What? Okay, good question. What happens if someone would come by our door, trick or treat? First of all, there is a common thing that everybody knows. People who don't celebrate Halloween will not turn on the light on their front porch. Because the rule and regulation of going door to door is you only go to houses when they have the light of their front porch on. Don't ever go to a dark, that's the rule, yeah. The rule says don't ever go to a dark house, don't ever go to a dark main door if there is no light on it. And kids know that. So if you don't turn on the light of the main porch, no one will come and knock. And even if anyone would come and knock on your door, just ignore it, don't open the door, and you'll be fine. Because you never know. Actually, sometimes some grown-ups put on costumes, and some teenagers put on costumes, and they would come, knock on the door, and actually play a trick on you, or scare you off, or they will scream in your face, or they will be wearing something that's really, really disgusting, and they will just scare you. You don't want that. We don't want to be part of this. We don't want to give up candies, and we don't want to take candies. We don't want to participate in those awful celebrations or weird psycho costumes that they wear. Yes? You don't have to put a sign. Just ignore the door. Keep your lights off. Ignore the door. No one will bother you. You don't have to bother putting a sign. Yes? Don't celebrate Halloween, period. Anywhere. At school, home, wherever. Just don't. We don't celebrate Halloween. We Christians don't celebrate Halloween. Anywhere. Yes? Don't go. Don't celebrate. Say it flat out. Stand for what you believe in. Go to your teacher and say, I'm sorry, I will not wear costume on that day because we don't celebrate Halloween in our family. End of the story. Be strong to what you believe in. We believe in something, be strong. Don't go with the flow. And make it very clear, we don't celebrate Halloween. Nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you something. When, for example, Christmas comes, there are many people, many students at schools, many kids who are not Christians, from other religions, or don't believe in anything. When you go and tell them Merry Christmas, their answer will be, we don't celebrate Christmas. They're very strong in saying this, and you don't have a problem saying this. As a matter of fact, the whole country now is going through the trend of not celebrating Christmas, and now even instead of saying Merry Christmas, they say Happy holidays, season's greetings, and all of this. So they do that because they don't celebrate Christmas. So why we don't do the same, right? We don't celebrate Halloween, and we say it flat out. We don't celebrate Halloween. That's it. End of the story. And by the way, I want you to know something. This is not only the beliefs of the Coptic Orthodox Church. It is the beliefs of many Christian churches. Not only us. Not only because we are Copts. Not only because we're Egyptians. Not because any of this. No. It's because we're Christians. And many Christians do the same thing. My kids are in a Christian school, North Toronto Christian School. Many of you know it. And in North Toronto Christian School, they don't celebrate Halloween. They don't participate in this. And actually, they forbid kids and teachers to put on any costumes on Halloween day. They just ignore it as if it doesn't exist. And they are not Egyptian. They are not Copts. They are good Christians. They are Canadian Christians. And they don't celebrate Halloween, and they make it very clear the whole school doesn't celebrate Halloween. So it's not because of us, like you are different than everybody. No, many Christians, many good Christians don't celebrate Halloween. Yes, Habibi? For what? Like, what is the occasion that you're celebrating? What? No. It's like, what's the occasion that you're celebrating? No, the occasion is Halloween. That's why it's called Halloween, right? If the celebration has anything to do with Halloween, I just say to my teacher, I don't celebrate Halloween. I'm not going to participate in this. And they will respect you for this. They have no right to force you. They have no right to say anything to you. If that's what you believe in, if that's what your family wants to do, if that's what you want to do, you have all the rights to do that. Know your rights and use them. You have all the rights not to participate in any Halloween-related activities. and you can go and tell your teacher, I don't celebrate that, I am not going to participate in that, and they will respect that. Yes? If it's something related to the Bible, at any day you can celebrate it, of course. If it's a Bible celebration in your school, yes, you can participate in that. That's not a problem. Yes? I can't. No, 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 no. If everybody starts to talk, I will not be able to hear the question. Please. Yes, Habibti? Like you comment on the costume or on the celebration? Like you have a friend of yours who like had a costume of a princess or something, and you like her, you like the way she looks? Yeah, you can comment on the costume, but don't comment on the occasion. No, it's not right. Because again, you're celebrating Halloween with them. You go to the place where they celebrate, even if you don't have your costume on. You still go there, you still celebrate. Everybody will say, oh, happy Halloween, happy Halloween. We don't do that. We'll still be eating and drinking with them, having fun with them. In other words, that's called a celebration. Celebration like is what? Eating, drinking, joking, laughing, and what, having good time for a certain occasion. Now you're having a good time for Halloween, which is not right. We need to ignore Halloween totally. Halloween is something that belongs to the devil, has nothing to do with us as Christians. As a matter of fact, it's against our Christ. The devil is the one who's tempting us all the time, the one who wants to destroy us all the time. Why would I celebrate something related to him? That's why you see most of the costumes are scary costumes, dark decoration. They decorate houses with like open tombs and whatnot. Why? Because they're related to the dead, related to the devil, related to the dark people, dark spirits, and so on. So we should not have anything to do with that. We are the children of light. We're the children of life. We're the children of Jesus Christ, who is the way and life and the resurrection. We are alive people, not dead, and we don't believe in death in Christ Jesus. We believe that whoever believes in Christ will have eternal life, and death has no power over us. Why would I celebrate death? We don't even believe in death, okay? That's not even part of our life. Our life is life. Our God is the God of the living, and we always look for the resurrection and the life and the light. We even like don't consider or don't think of death. None of us wants to be dead. None of us wants to be with the dead. We always wants to be with the life and the light. Yes? Yeah? If it's a homework, like the teacher is giving you a homework to do a chart or to do something. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, around the Halloween season, the math teacher will give you a sheet it's actually a regular math sheet, but with Halloween pictures on it. Or if you are adding numbers or subtracting something, instead of using flowers or bunnies or something, they use pumpkins or something like that. That has nothing to do with Halloween. It's a choice that your teacher made, and you can just, of course, solve the problems and submit your sheet and get your marks, because that's homework. It's not celebration of Halloween. But they have their papers decorated or something. That's a choice that the teacher made. On the day of the party, you have work to do at school, like homework and stuff. Oh yeah, you can go to school. Yes, go to school and do your homework in your classroom and everything. Don't celebrate it. But if the whole school is celebrating Halloween and no work, you might even take the day off because, you know, if that school is all celebrating Halloween and there'll be no classes, there'll be no homework, there'll be no teaching, will need no work to do, you can simply skip that day altogether. Yes? Guys, girls, listen to the question, because most of the time you have the question in mind, someone is asking, so listen to the question and listen to the answer. I know we should finish, right? Like we're a few more minutes and we'll finish. So just bear with us for a few more minutes. Yes? The relation between pumpkins and Halloween? Okay. That time, the time of October, it's a harvest season and they get the harvest pumpkins, and many people just you know, looked at the pumpkin and thought, you know, well, it's a good idea to carve it and put a light on it to look scary and stuff, so they use it as part of the decoration, as well as hay and straw and dry corn and all of that. They used what's available in that season. What's available in that season, they just harvest the corn a few weeks ago, so they have dry corn, so they use dry corn. They have pumpkins, so they use pumpkins. Again, they harvest hay and straw, so they have some straw and hay ballots, so they use hay and straw ballots for decoration. So it's just they use whatever is available in the season. Yes? Okay, someone else, Mina. Someone else who didn't ask anything. What? Oh, they give you candy. It's not a big deal. That's not. They're not celebrating it, right? It's just in the season, not that even on that day. Like you just sometimes when you go to Canazon and they give you candies. If they just give you candies like that, it's not the celebration of anything. Yeah, that's different. That's totally different. Anyone didn't ask? You didn't ask anything. No, I can't hear. I can't hear her. Please. What? Sorry? You don't have to go to the party. No. The teacher will never force you. And if there is a problem with the teacher, talk to your parents. Your parents will talk to the teacher. The teacher has no right to force you to attend any activity or any celebration that you don't want to do. They cannot force you to participate in Christmas party. They cannot force you to participate in Halloween party, or they cannot force you to celebrate the Muslims' feasts. They have no rights to do that whatsoever, right? Unless it's something that you want to do, then you will do. Okay? Many questions you guys have. Yes? A Halloween project, like what? Give me an example of Halloween project. What kind of Halloween project you will be asked to do? What do you like about Halloween? Just say that we don't like it. If it's an article, if your teacher gives you a project about Halloween, like to write something about Halloween, for example. Okay, that is the question. Write what you think of Halloween. Just say, I don't like Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween. In my opinion, Halloween is a celebration that's not related to Christianity, and it promotes like un-Christian values. And even the wording, guys, just, I want you, no. Khalas, that will be the last question I ask, because it's already fell in the Ta'banin haram. Write your opinion, you know, say I disagree with that. Even I want you guys to just like think of the wording that they use. When they say trick or treat, you're actually threatening someone, believe it or not. You're threatening someone. You're telling him, unless you give me a treat, I will play a bad trick on you. If you say this word any other day of the year but the Halloween day, you get punished for it. Like the teacher will punish you for it. If you go to one of your friends, like not on the day of the Halloween, and tell your friend, well, unless you give me candy, I'm going to play a trick on you, you will be in the office. Right? Yes, of course, your teacher will punish you. Say, how can you threaten your friend You know, unless he gives you or she gives you a candy or a sandwich or a treat, you will play a trick on her or play a trick on him. That's not right. It's not appropriate, and you will be talked about it. Like, you know, your teacher will talk about this, and probably you will be in trouble for it. So if it's not the right thing to do, if not the right sentence to say, if not the right wording to say throughout the year, why would we say it in this celebration? It's not our celebration. We're Christians. We have our values, and we stick to our values, defend our values, voice out our values, speak about it, promote it, believe in it, do it, so that we might become true Christian. Glory be to God forever and ever. Amen.